just wanna be free with my people to prosper and hold it down. Don't you sit and wait, contemplating on a revolution. The time is now. I just wanna be free. 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 Can't you see? I just wanna be free.
Okay. Another episode of the Things I Wish I Knew About Money podcast. I'm your host, Kamille Smith. Testing. What up, y'all? I want to first say, I have to wear the proper colors because you know what weekend it is. It is Love Day. So happy Valentine's weekend. Happy Love Day. Happy Galentine's. I heard there's a new one. Valentines. I am not here to judge. Happy self-love weekend. Happy to however you want to call it this weekend. Okay, y'all. And seeing some familiar faces. Well, hello. I know. Hello, good evening. What, Fatima? How are you doing? How is it going? Whoop. So I just basically this episode is going to be a fun episode. Well, I think it's gonna be fun. Hopefully you guys, ladies and gentlemen, think it's fun. But this one, this conversation is going to actually be for my single people them, my couples people them. Even if you're in a situationship, poly relationship, co-parenting, whatever relationship you are involved with, this will be a discussion that you'd have as well, because everyone has to navigate with money in the real life. Well, love money in your life, and despite what type of relation status you have, I definitely want everyone to have an experience this conversation. Okay. I try to be funny. So, you know, and I want to make sure that everyone knows, no matter what status you have, you should always love yourself first of all, because the longest relationship you do have is with yourself, right? So that's one thing. And I feel like I'm frozen. Tell me if you could still see me, or if I'm frozen, or if you can hear me. I'm testing out something new. But also, money is a part of the relationship that you're gonna have with yourself and others. Wallan. Um. Well, I'm still gonna be talking just in case. And today we're gonna be talking about different relationships of different money personalities, love languages, and all that great stuff. But wait. So I'm going to take a little commercial break just to make sure everything's good. So just give me 1 second. Okay, I'm not frozen. Okay, perfect. Okay. So hold on. Let's actually because it is a love weekend, I have something in store for you. So let me just do the commercial first.
Your money story begins with your mindset. Each day, choose words that empower you. I attract wealth with confidence and clarity. I manage my finances with wisdom. I deserve abundance in every area of life. With every affirmation, you shift closer to the future you desire. Financial affirmation cards. Shift your money mindset today.
With that being said, I've decided for the long weekend, and also it's family day weekend. I ain't hating the families, right? So I do have a little promotion. You know, if you want some love, if you want to talk about personal finance with your loved ones, whether it's your family or your significant other, by all means, I have a coupon for you guys. I will put it in the show notes because I didn't put it earlier, but I will definitely put it in the show notes. So feel free to look at that and all that good stuff. And I'm excited for this topic because ah, I'm excited. Oh man, this thing's freezing on me. So I'm gonna still talk, but on my ends, it looks like I'm frozen. So basically, today I want to just talk about how certain couples, regardless of who you love, whether it's your significant other, family members, and stuff, you'll still clash over finances, right? And understanding like their money personality can change everything. So I want to tell a story, lovely story. Um, Again, these are stories that it's just I'm not talking about anyone in general. I'm just stories that I've heard, right? So once I spoke to someone and who loved each other deeply, you know, um, they didn't fight about cheating. They didn't fight about family. They didn't fight about time. They fought about a couch. One partner saw it as comfortable and quality, while the other one saw it as unnecessary expense. And it wasn't actually about the couch. It was about the money, what money actually meant to each of them. And that's the type of thing that I want to talk about. I even had another story. And it really had to do with like $40. Listen, $40 matters to a lot of people sometimes, right? Ooh. I do I have to switch? I hope not. So I can't see, but I'm hoping and praying that it's still recording. So I'm gonna keep moving. I'm gonna keep it moving, keep it pushing. Um Man, Friday the 13th happened yesterday, but it looks like it's still coming true on this side. It looks like it's still coming on this side to the point where I had to get something new as of yesterday just so I wouldn't panic. But it seems like it is playing tricks with me. So bear with me. I'm just going based on what I could see. I can't see nothing. So if I can't see anything, I feel like you guys can't see me or hear me. But if you can, put something in the chat so I know that you can hear me and see me because I'm now trusting in you guys. Okay? Okay. Please, please put it in the chat. 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 Ooh, ooh. No? Okay. You guys can see me? Awesome. I have another story also. So there was another couple where they were actually arguing about a $40 purchase, right? And it actually had nothing to do with the $40. I seen partners hide spending because they felt judgment between the person. I've seen singles even feel pressure to spend just to appear worthy about dating. And it saddens me because there's just so many dynamics when it comes to there's so many dynamics when it comes to money and love that we feel these type of fears in our life. So I definitely want to talk about first thing I want to talk about is love languages and how it's different from money language. Okay, let me see if I can put that in the banner. Okay, I can do this. I just don't see myself. So it's like I'm talking to myself, but it's okay. I'm used to it. That I am very used to. Okay, so we have love languages versus money languages. And if you know love languages, it's words of affirmation, quality time, gifts, acts of service, and personal touch. Let me know which one of those do you like to give and which one you like to receive, because it all matters when it comes to relationship. And sometimes I realize that some folks like to the love language they want, they actually give it to others, but sometimes that's not even the love language that their significant other cares for or strives for, right? So we have to be mindful about that as well. But when it comes to money languages, you can express care financially. Some people give gifts, they want the top of the thing, right? Some plan for the future, some pay for experiences. That's how they love to show they care. Some avoid spending entirely just to feel safe. When you don't actually recognize money languages, we misinterpret intent. And that's really important. You also want to know that the person that you are dealing with is kind of doing it honestly, right? Um, Wait a minute. What is going on? How come it looks like this? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Can you guys see me? Ooh, I'm gonna get chased if you guys can't see me. So I can't see me. I'm wondering if you guys could see me. I guess you guys can see me. But okay, I digress. But okay, so for when it comes to money, the love language or money language for couples, if you are in a committed relationship, you have to actually understand intent, um so you could actually reduce conflict, because that's the main thing we want to talk about, is reducing conflict once you're able to know like the money language and all that great stuff. And then, so instead of asking why did you spend like that, you can ask what were you trying to express. So I'm frozen. Woo. I don't know what that is. Hold on. I hope I look good frozen. I hope I look good frozen. Man, ain't that something? So I basically can't see myself. So let's see how it looks. So. Welp. At least you guys can hear me, but you can't see me. So I'll continue. We're just gonna rock like this. So yeah, when it comes to like in a committed relationship, it would be ideal to basically ask, instead of asking like why did you spend like that, what were you trying to express, right? To my single people, them, or the ones that are dating, and I just realized dating, so many people have a different idea of what dating is to be. So I'm just gonna keep it moving like this. So if you are dating or in a situationship, however way you want to see it, or single, you want to notice how someone expresses care with money. Are they being thoughtful? Are they performing? Are they avoidant? Or are they consistent? And I always tell people like, how you act at the beginning, some people are gonna want you to be consistent with that, right? And to the individuals that want to talk about self-love and all that great stuff, how do you show love to yourself financially? And I was actually asked this question a couple months ago, like the same way that you give love, you should give love to yourself as well financially. So are you actually caring for your future self, or are you abandoning it? And sometimes you want to think of how are you with money? Are you having that love-hate situation and all that good stuff, right? So just be mindful about that. And let me see what is going on. I'm going to just do a quick commercial break. Let's see if we do that, it will come back.
Imagine turning financial chaos into calm. Meet Alex. Alex is a young professional buried in bills and receipts. They're overwhelmed, unsure where to start. But then, light bulb moment. Alex discovers FitnanceIQ. With just a few clicks, Alex is setting up a personalized budget thanks to FitnanceIQ's user-friendly tools. It's like having a financial coach right at their fingertips. Fast forward a few weeks, and Alex is breezing through bill payments, watching their savings grow, and even planning for the future. No more stress, no more chaos, just simple steps leading to big results. Alex now shops with confidence, knowing every dollar's accounted for. FitnanceIQ didn't just help organize Alex's finances, it gave them peace of mind. Ready to take control of your finances? Visit FitnanceIQ today and start your journey to financial freedom. FitnanceIQ. Simple steps, big results.
And me back. Oh, is it? It took a while for me to figure it out, but I am here. Okay. So now this segment. So now that we know what the love languages are and how we kind of decipher language with money languages, I think it's really important to know what your love personality is. Because if you're able to know your love personality, you're able to know how to maneuver around with folks and be kind. Ooh, jeez. This is what happens when you have a new thing and you don't know how to use it yet. However, so I have 7. I found 7. I did my research and I found 7. Okay. I'm just gonna let you know. Don't feel away. These type of personalities, I don't think one size fits all. There's going to be different chapters in your life for your one or the other. So don't feel away. And I'm not calling anyone out. I'm not going to say all the personalities are good or bad. Or they aren't good or bad. Like you could decipher like out of the good traits and stuff, because I'd be lying. I do find some of them like eek kind of problematic, but that's just me. That's just me. If you don't think it's problematic, I love it for you. Who am I to judge, right? But just remember, like, once you're able to know each of these money personalities, which is basically shaped by like upbringing, our culture, our past experiences, or even trauma, you'll realize why one size doesn't fit all. But once you actually understand the patterns, then you'll be able to build a better system, especially with your significant other, right? So the first one we have, and just I want you, when you're hearing these, I want you to think, which one are you? Okay? So the first one is the compulsive saver. Jeez. So these type of people are disciplined, they're security focused, they are future oriented. I don't ever say that word. So they're thinking about the future. So their pros are they build stability, avoid debt as much as possible. However, there's always cons with this is they can restrict joy and fear spending. So you want to be mindful about that. So regardless if you need to save for the future, you still should be able to enjoy your life, right? And then we have the spender. Ooh. Hold on. Because I don't know why I'm still glitching. Thought I fixed this. Man, To be frozen at that particular time is wild. Man, okay. There must be a reason why this is happening. So let me close. Oh, okay. Give me grace. Give me grace. It's my new setup, or I want to say program. Man, I can't even type anything. Okay, so I'm just gonna go to the next one. So the spender. So with the traits with the spender, and hopefully I'll be able to type it on here. Oh, you bagayo. Okay, I think I got something. Nah, okay. Oh, standard. Okay. High definition. I like the high definition, so I'm gonna rock with the high definition. Okay, so I'm back. Okay, so then we got the spender. Okay, remember, keep thinking about which one is you, which money personality can you relate with. Okay, so this traits is they're expressive, they're very generous, they're experience driven, right? So these are the type of things that they're strive for. Their pros is they love to bring joy, and they like to create memories, right? Hey, I love someone that likes to create memories, you know. However, the pros or the cons can be impulsive spending and lifestyle inflation. So you really have to worry about those, like those individuals that like increase as much once their salary increases, their spending habit increases as well. But you also have to say, like, one of their sayings is you can't take money with you. Have you heard that saying before for certain people, right? Then the third one is the avoider. Um their traits are they're disarranged, they're overwhelmed, and they procrastinate. And remember, this regards with money in itself. This is how they react with money. So their pros is they're low materialism, right? They're not really spending an arm and a leg. But I want to be mindful about them people still. Because the cons is they ignore bills and avoid plans. Eek! Right? Oh. Oh no, it changed on me. Which one do I like better? I'm gonna add more. I am adding more. Actually, there's 8. There's 8. So then there's the compulsive moneymaker. Oh, there's 8. My bad, guys. There's more than I thought. So this person is success driven, income focus. Their pros is they're ambitious. Ambitious? That's the word. Resourceful. However, their cons are they have burnouts, and their self-worth is tied to income. So their phrase is never feeling enough, right? But then we have our planner. Gotta love the planner. I love those people because they're the ones that big up the planners, because they're the ones that they will be the ones that plan the whole thing, and then you just have to contribute with the money. However, I'm not saying I don't co-plan as well. I just enjoy the planner because they're normally organized, strategic, goal-driven, right? So their clarity, so their pros are clarity, structure, and progress. I'm kind of in between, right? But their cons are their rigidity, and frustration with spontaneous type of things, right? So they're saying is let's create a plan, right? But then we got our gambler. This person is the scary one to me, right? I can only speak for myself. Oh, I froze again. Oh, the gambler or risk taker. I'll add those together. Right? So the gambler or risk taker, I want this to be, so there's so many things. At first when I thought about this, I thought about like the people that go to casinos, but I realized that I think I've mentioned it in a episode before that like the Gen Zs, they are starting to do different gambling, like online gambling and stuff, like Bet 365 and all that stuff, betting for everything, even their draws, if anything, right? So the traits for them is they're optimistic, they're bold and opportunity driven. And I get and you can also think of people that like to do trading. Like to do trades. You got to be careful of those individuals as well. So one of their pros is their growth mindset, right? But also their cons is high risk, instability, and those losses can be you know. So this could, so their thing is this could double our money. So it's like a risk taker, like every time, what is the saying? You miss every shot you don't take, right? So they would want to be like taking those risky plays, and those are scary. Those are a little bit scary. Okay, okay. And then also there's, I kind of feel like this is me. Some people can agree or disagree. Is the saver splurger. Uh, this person, I'm going to say more than one. I think I'm saying 9 or 10 actually. So forgive me. This person, the traits are they're disciplined. They're disciplined, then they come impulsive, right? So their pros is they can build savings, but their cons is boom, their pattern bust, and they nope. Now that the Q says I deserve this purchase, the only time I say that is if it comes to food. Food is my kryptonite, but I've been doing better than usual. So I'm really proud of myself and things. Um can't say that can't say I'm being a splurger unless like emergency happens and things, right? AKA this weekend. But sorry, before I forget, I want to put the poll up. Oh, and I also put a poll in the which question do I want? Let's do this one. And forgive me, guys, or ladies and gentlemen. It's because all the freezing had me up in a different mood. So the poll is what causes more conflict in relationships, and this is me after me mentioning some of them, and there's actually a couple more. I guess I want to give you guys all types of different money personalities, so you have a better understanding about yourself and understanding about if you're single, who you're able to align with, and if you're in a relationship or dating, if this person aligns with what you already are in, right? Um, so bear with me. So we have the saver splurger. So that person just needs to learn how to simmer down when it's necessary, right? But we also have the indifferent individual. Wow, Max does not like the indifferent individual. I just want to make sure indifferent. Indifferent to money. Let's see. This person can kind of be annoying. I'm joking. So their traits is they're detached, flexible, and low emotional ties to money, but they also are very relaxed about finances, right? So their pros are that they're low stress, flexible, adaptable. If they're like, okay, let's go with the flow type of thing, but their cons are they lack the lack of direction or dependency or lack of planning. No, this is not me because I said I like planners. I'm just calling it out there. It is not me. It is not I. I am okay with being a co-planner. Um so like one of their key things is money isn't that important. Or they avoid financial conversations, right? And there's the last one, I promise. Ooh, there's two. 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 There's two. There's two. I apologize. Forgive me. There's the warrior. The warrior. OMG. Um these folks are in they're when it comes to money, they are anxious, right? They're risk averse. Um they're j- they just get so worried about stuff. Well, granted, that's why one of their pros is their low maintenance, or materialism. I guess it's like similar to compulsive saver, except they definitely avoid bills and avoid planning because they're just like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this at all. Of course, I froze again. Next time I will test out this bad boy before I start. I thought we were good. I thought we were gravy because I tested it out yesterday. But that's the warrior. And let's see. Let's see if there's one more. No. Not I'm frozen, so it doesn't even matter. Because I'm frozen, I think I'm going to end with that. So, okay, despite all the money personalities that we have, uh the one thing we have to realize is some of these personalities can change under stress, right? So when life is stable and all that great stuff, we operate on our strengths, right? But then life happens. Life is lifing. When you're under stress, fear takes over. So a saver can become a warrior. A spender can become a avoider. A gambler takes bigger risk. That's the one you have to worry about. Oh, and an indifferent partner um, just freezes, right? Finally, I think I have unfrozen. There we go. Yeah, so I really want you, ladies and gentlemen, to realize with that, in that sense, you have to be mindful about it. I'm continually going to apologize because the way this thing is set up is just being foolish. So my bad and all that good stuff. And I've been leaning. The way I like to lean is different. Oopsie. Right? So ideally, which one is you? Which one can you relate with? So for the committed individuals, committed couples, when your partner behaves differently under stress, that word of advice, respond with curiosity instead of criticism, because we act totally different when we are under stress or when we're happy, joy, and all that great stuff, right? To my single people them or dating, pay attention to how someone handles financial stress. That version is them in real life. Let that be known. Hold on. Because I can't believe the camera is just being so wonky. Okay, I'm gonna do it like this because maybe it won't skip that much. Okay, we're good. Okay, maybe. And also like self-love. To the folks that want to do self-love. Your stress responses are signals and not failures. So I want you to be mindful about that. Really think about that. Really take it in when you get stressed. I really hope there's folks that are able to decipher those different things, right? Oh my gosh. And I just want to take a reflection. I want you guys to pause for a moment as I'm freezing up so many times. Think about your last money disagreement with your partner, or your family member, or even yourself. Because trust me, there's times I cuss out myself. Why'd you do that, Cam? I'm not crazy. I just something I do, right? What personality was showing up at that time, right? Were you trying to feel safe or were you trying to feel free? I know I said many money personalities, but hopefully you guys remember most of them, right? But also remember, this is the thing that I'm worried about the most is how personalities make clash, right? Clash. So think of it this way. A saver may feel unsafe with a spender, right? A warrior feels stressed with a gambler. To the warriors, do not try to date a gambler. Are you mad? What? The way you'll be panicking and everything. Oh, you don't want that stress in your life. I don't think you want that stress. Also, and an indifferent partner may frustrate a planner. That's why I said I'm not an indifferent person, because I love a planner. So don't ever put these labels on me. Sure. Right? But just remember, different doesn't mean wrong. It just means different fears. If you're dating, watch the patterns early. Watch them. Like, I almost said fam by accident. If you're dating someone and you notice that their personality is way different from yours, please acknowledge it beforehand before you get like fed up with them. And if you're partnered, couple, married, and all that great stuff, engaged, learn to translate instead of judge, right? And I really the toughest thing I'd want to say with the personalities that clash, even though some differences can be worked through, perhaps you guys aren't aligned with each other. The last thing I would want is someone to be having chronic stress because of a different personality that they're dating or with. So if someone values security and the other one thrives on risk, baby, that probably does not align with you, right? If one values transparency while the other one hides money, baby, that is probably not a great alignment with you. Well, especially if someone builds stability while the other one resists responsibility, baby, on this Valentine's Day. That's not a personality difference. That just their values. Your values are misaligned. As much as love brings people together, shared values keep them together. So I want you guys, you ladies and gentlemen, to be mindful about that. So remember, your partner isn't your enemy. For the committed folks. They're just operating from different fears and values. So if you can rock with it, cool. If you can't, cool. It's up to you, right? To my single people or dating, as I said before, watch the patterns early. Don't watch the promises, watch the patterns. Do they respect your boundaries? And do they expect you to carry the cost? Right? And that's a perfect segue. And you're allowed to choose peace over potential. And that's for men and women all together. I'm not throwing no shots at anybody. Oh, right? However, so I don't think I've ever discussed this, and I actually wanted to, because I think it's really important. As much as we know, like, some personalities clash, but really and truly, the way that some people's relationships are is kind of based on power dynamics and control. I'm gonna say this respectfully, so I'm not gonna, like, ruffle any feathers. Money can become control, but it also creates access. It's able to provide resources, and sometimes it also it makes people have a different power when it comes to a relationship, right? So whenever there's an income gap, whether there's one partner that's paying most bills, there's another partner that is a stay-at-home parent, men or women. I know there's some stay-at-home dads. Big up yourself. There's situations where one person always pays, right? Making more money does not make someone more valuable, and financial dependence does not make someone less worthy. So that is one thing I've always wanted to discuss. And if you feel like that, I hope you find a way to feel a little better about it, because I never want you to feel unworthy or more stress because of those dynamics, right? And also, don't be a jerk. Point blank period. Oh, interesting. What? All right. Don't be a jerk about it as well. I want to make sure I say the correct things. Ooh. Also, it's gonna be uncomfortable. Just a little bit uncomfortable. There are gonna be folks that want to do financial secrecy, and I think that is borderline financial infidelity. don't shoot the messenger. I'm just saying. All right. So if you feel like that, eek, let's try not to go down that road when it comes to relationship, or like for people that are dating, being able to acknowledge that from the jump, right? So here are some signs of unhealthy power dynamics. So needing permission. Hold on. Unhealthy. So I just want you guys, ladies and gentlemen, to know the red flags. Oh, I'm not showing up again. Hold on. Oh my gosh. You know, I had a vision of this to being wonderful, but I know it's because of the camera. I might go back to my old camera if this one's going to be an issue. But however, signs of unhealthy power dynamics, needing permission to spend. Sorry, I'm supposed to have a poker face. I did not have a poker face with that one. Hidden accounts, financial threats, being excluded from decisions, and feeling afraid to ask questions. Silence protects imbalance. And this is something I wanted to always mention because I'm not sure how some folks treat money, and if there's individuals that are not being fair, stop it, please and thank you. I'm just saying. So for the committed folks, financial teamwork means both voices matter, regardless of how much you make. Wow. Wow. Okay, so it could be my internet as well. So I apologize. But I just want to do another reflection. Think about a time when money made you feel small, controlled, or unheard. Um and just think about it. Just take a moment to think about it. That feeling, and not the dollar amount, is what we're trying to prevent. So, regardless if you're with somebody, if you're dating someone, or if you're thinking about yourself, that feeling that you felt when the money made you feel small, controlled, or unheard, it's not a great feeling. And you really want to double check on that, right? I can't believe this is pausing like this. Oh, but I'm back. Yay! You guys can see me. I want to make sure when it comes to this topic, I didn't miss anything, because the last thing I want to do is miss something. I think I have most of it. So I have some solutions. Well, I have something for my self-love individuals, people that are, if you're single today, it's all good. It's all good. Treat yourself wisely, that is, though. Hold on, y'all. Okay. I'm gonna let you guys know this. When it comes to yourself, you're actually, the relationship with money is your longest relationship. Right? So that's something that you would want to be able to understand overall, because regardless of what relationship you're in now or who you're talking to, the longest relationship you've had is at least since your parents started teaching you about money or introduced you, I'll say introduced you to money. That's the longest relationship you'll have with money, right? So we want to cater to that as well, because like long before your partner, long before a breakup, the money, your relationship with money is rooted in fear or avoidance. And that's one thing I want to help minimize on your end is those type of issues that you have with money. And how you treat money is how you're going to treat your future self. So if you're a type of person that doesn't think about investing, baby, your future self is going to be upset at you. If you are an individual that doesn't think about saving for a rainy day, the time when you really need that emergency fund, you're going to be like, what happened? Right? And the way it looks with self-love when it comes to money is, and I know some people are going to be like, oh, I don't want to hear about it, but budgeting without shame, or budgeting without feeling it's restricted, if you're actually able to just double check to see how much money you're making, especially if you make it consistently, bi-weekly, semi-monthly, you got it. Baby, a budget will work wonders with you, right? In a promise, in an ideal world, it will work wonders, right? Or monthly. To the folks that are entrepreneurs and it fluctuates, trust me, the budget will help too. But not abandoning yourself financially. Please, please, please. I've done it. Do not abandon yourself financially to please others. And I know you want someone to love you based on what you're giving them, based on the love languages, but you're going to give yourself more stress if you don't pour into your cup as well, right? You want to think about with self-love with money is building stability even when no one's watching. Trust me, no one knows what I'm going through per se. But as long as I know I'm building the life that I want to live, then it's all good. You're not trying to put on a show for anyone. And I want that for you as well, right? So setting boundaries, spending with intentions, saving without guilt. There's nothing wrong with saving, because at the end of the day, when you need that emergency fund or you need to save for your future self, whether it's your retirement, a purchase, vacation, all that great stuff that we spoke about, baby, you are going to love yourself. So please, I just want to let you know, if you plan to abandon your financial needs to keep peace with others, that is not love. That is self-neglect. And I don't want to see that from anybody, right? So, and even though this is self-love, because you could still do self-love within yourself, even in a relationship, right? So when both parties are practicing financial self-respect, the relationship strengthens. I can't see why it wouldn't, right? To my single folks or dating, financial stability ensures that you enter relationships by choice, not by necessity. That is a big one because I also talked about the power dynamics, right? And to self-love again, you're not behind, you're just building. So just be mindful about that, right? Um Man, I hope I really dug deep into the power dynamics because there was a part telling you guys there's things we wanted to see, but we can't see it because oops. So let's be mindful about that. And it is Valentine's Day, right? So this weekend, actually, I'm glad I just said that. Oh, so I seen a post, Bomberas Johnny. So in Toronto, um, there's a post in Toronto. Jeez, I hope it doesn't. Oh, you don't want to play like that? Okay, so in Toronto, the average Valentine's Day date with dinner, flowers, and a gift is gonna cost $600 in Toronto. Golly Bob. Who's doing that? And this includes transportation, dinner, or an activity, drinks, flowers, and a small gift and a tip. So, ironically, in 2019, it was a little bit over $300. In 2020, it was like 220, and that was understandable because no, COVID didn't happen that yet, just yet. But people were getting sick, whatever. 2021, a little bit past 2020. Then 2022, it gone back up, right? With the average. This is the average. We went back up a little past 300. In 2023, I think you guys were just about to spend $400. Just about. And then in 2024, you guys spent like 450. And then in 2025 spent about a little bit over 500. I think it was 570. But yeah, I know it's the weekend, so I kind of understand. But and I'm not pressuring anyone. Just let me know, how much did you spend? How much did you spend? I'm not. And also remember, ladies or fellas, there's Valentine, and all that stuff. You guys could do that too, right? I'm not judging. Who am I to judge? Right? But this weekend, even though you may spend some money on roses, gifts, dinners, and great or grand gestures, but one of the most powerful acts of love is honesty. So, of course, this is for the folks that are in a relationship, and actually, you can in self as well. I want you to be honest about. Oops. I want you to be honest about your debt, if you're able to. Right? Find a way that you guys can work together to pay off your debt. You guys are. I've always said the saying: we're better together than apart. Because if we have more than one income, we can tackle debt overall, right? Be honest about your goals when it comes to that. Having your individual goals to couple goals and stuff will be really be ideal. Be honest about your fears when it comes to money, especially if you're a couple. You might as well say it, right? And don't what's the word? Don't use that against them in the future. Be honest about habits, whether you sometimes are a compulsive spender or a compulsive saver, a warrior, a gambler. Be honest, right, with your habits. Be honest about your boundaries when it comes to money. Because I think that's important. Because overall, with all this honesty, I'd rather you guys be honest with that, because love without truth creates resentment. And I don't want anyone that I know to have resentment when it comes to money and all that great stuff. So yeah, I mean, love languages explain how we express care or love. Money personalities explain how we express safety when it comes to money and love. And understanding both creates stronger relationships. So whether you are in a committed relationship, whether you're dating, single, just have a better understanding of that, right? And sometimes the greatest act of love is choosing alignment other over illusion. Right? Trying to think. I'm trying to think. So I have a poll up. Let's see how the poll's doing. And be honest with y'all selves. Click the poll. If you're in here, click the poll. Golly. And then I want to mention the pauses, like the reflection. I just want you guys to reflect. Like, that's not the one. I have so many questions. What does money mean to you? Does it mean security? Does it mean freedom, love, status, survival? And that's a good way to find out how you're able to maneuver when it comes to love and money and stuff. And being kind with your loved ones. It is it's also a weekend as well. So like I said to the folks, happy love day. Big up yourself. Big up Valentine's. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy because it's so new, I don't know how to properly say it. Valentine's Day too. Hey, there's no judgment. If you want to hang out with your guy friends, and it is all star weekend, so you might as well, celebrate it like that. Cool. Who am I to judge? The frig? Yeah. Spend it with someone you love. Whether it's platonic or romantic. Also, so for my single people, the ones dating, engaged, partnered up, healing, you're not alone. That's what I want to say. You're not alone. I know there's some folks that may feel like this holiday is going to make them feel less loved, but you are loved. If you look towards your friends, if you look towards your community, if you look towards your family, hopefully, you will see that you are loved, regardless if you're in a relationship or not. So don't let this relate. I would love to get my usual rose, but you know what? It's okay. I'm sure he will get me one later on. And if you're wondering who I'm talking about my dad. Because Manoa says someone's gonna be like, oh, Kamille, who's a special someone? My dad usually gets me flowers or a rose and stuff. So hopefully he does things. But if not, it's okay. I know I am loved and all that good stuff. And next week I'll be continuing the series, and we're going to be talking about family boundaries and raising smart decisions within the family and things. So I'm excited about that because we're going to still be talking about love and money and things, right? And again, because I'm in a loving mood, I'm giving a discount for my financial affirmation cards. If it wants to show, maybe it will show. I am having technical difficulties, y'all. Words can't even explain. For the ones that came through, thank you. Whoever's in the replay, thank you for staying and listening and listen to my nice, lovely voice. But yeah, I have to actually wait until it's not freezing on me to do anything. But just yeah, make sure you check on your friends that maybe it's the first time that they are without a partner. So just give them some chocolate or wait till tomorrow. Half price on chocolate if you're a chocolate lover and things, right? But yeah, hopefully this works. But peace and love. For my Canadian peoples, them, happy Family Day as well. Happy Love Day for everyone else. And if you love basketball and stuff, enjoy All Star Weekend. And happy birthday to my brother. That's tomorrow. Peace out, y'all. Oh, it's frozen, so I can't do anything. Hold on, let me see. Oh, there we go. Oh, now that is unfrozen. Ooh, okay. So because it's unfrozen, I'm gonna put it in the chat. So hopefully you guys can see that. Comments, boom. Lordy, lordy. Oh, is that a show? Damn. There we go. I think it's gonna work. Anyways, like, comment, tell a friend, tell a friend. Ooh, someone did hearts. Oh, thank you. Whoever did hearts. Hearts back at y'all. Bomb, bomb, bomb. Do the poll. And yeah, happy birthday to my brother. Just if you guys can in the comments or all that stuff, wish my brother happy birthday. He's not born on Cupid's Day, but he is born the day after. I think I'm not gonna say it because there's always a joke what February 15th was, but whatever. Get your half price chocolate, and then just enjoy being loved. Oh, thank you, Shayna. Thank you. I'm sorry you cannot put cakes. He's vegan there unless it's a vegan cake emoji that you're doing. Then yeah, okay. Now that I'm pretty sure I can end, here we go. All right, so peace and love, y'all. Thank you for being patient. I'm gonna try to work with these kinks that are happening, or I'm just gonna do my regular camera. All right, peace and love y'all. Boom, bam, bam.
I just wanna be free with my people to prosper and hold it down. Don't you sit and wait, contemplating on a revolution. The time is now. I just wanna be free. 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 Can't you see?